So the efficiency of the transformer is given by efficiency is equal to output divided by input. What is output? Output is equal to input minus losses. Say this is the primary input power V1 I1 cos phi 1. Here is the primary active power, input active power, that is V1 I1 cos phi 1, that is power, minus Wi. Wi is iron loss. I1 square R01. I1 square R01 is what? Copper loss. I1 is the primary current. R01 is the equivalent resistance referred to the primary. Referred to the primary. If it is referring to the secondary, then I2 square R02. That I can write there. Anyone you can write. Either this or this. Both are same. Next, divided by input. What is input? V1 I1 cos phi 1. So now it will goes like this. This divided by this is 1 minus Wi. Wi divided by V1 I1 cos phi 1. Okay. Minus I1 square divided by I1 is what? Again it's I1 into R01 divided by V1 into cos phi 1. V1 into cos phi 1. Okay. Now how it will be reduced? For maximum power, maximum efficiency, what would be the condition? For maximum efficiency, d eta divided by di1. I1 is the primary current, which is the variable. Remaining are all the constants. D eta divided by di1 must be equated to 0. Equated to 0. So now you differentiate this equation. Now d eta divided by di1 must be equal to, differentiation of constant is 0, divided by Wi is constant, V1 cos phi is constant, cos phi 1 is constant, 1 by I1. What is the differentiation of 1 by I1? Minus 1 by I1 square. So plus I1 square. So next, what would be the next term is I1 R01 V1 cos phi 1. So R01 is constant, V1 cos phi 1 is constant, di1 divided by di1 is 1. So this is the differentiation. Now what it implies, I have to equate this equation to 0. So it goes like this: Wi divided by V1 cos phi 1, I1 square must be equal to, because it is equated to 0, this will come this side, then it is equal to R01 divided by V1 cos phi 1. So that implies Wi must be equal to I1 square R01. W square I must be equal to I1 square R01. So what is the condition for maximum efficiency? Iron loss must be equal to copper loss. So what is the condition for maximum efficiency? Iron loss must be equal to copper loss at that particular load. If you are running a transformer at 50% load, say for example at that particular load, 50% load, iron loss must be equal to copper loss, then at 50% load is the maximum, at 50% load maximum efficiency will occur. So that is the condition. What is the condition? Iron loss must be equal to copper loss. Iron loss must be equal to copper loss. When this become equals in a transformer at any point of load, then maximum efficiency takes place. So at any point of load, at what point of load that efficiency is maximum? To calculate that, what you have to do is, just let me define a factor. Let me define a factor A. So let A be the percentage of load or part of the load, part of the full load at which efficiency is maximum, means suppose if the transformer efficiency transformer full load kVA is 20, say for example, whether at 5% of 20, 10% of 20, 12% of 20, at what percentage of the 20 efficiency is maximum? What is the value of that? That is nothing but A. That is I am defining. So A is the point of load or percentage of load or part of the load at which the efficiency is maximum. So A is the part of the full load. So we know that full load copper loss at full load is directly proportional to full load kVA whole square, right? Now I have mentioned many times the copper loss is directly proportional to the square of the load. Yes, it varies square of the load. So next, if I take copper loss at this particular load A, then it is also directly varies as the square of A. Okay. So what is the condition for maximum efficiency? If efficiency is to be maximum at this load A, then WCU must be equal to WI. So instead of taking WCU, I will write WI is directly proportional to A square, because at maximum efficiency copper loss must be equal to iron loss must be equal to copper loss. So I will divide both this. So what it will be there? A square divided by full load kVA whole square. So proportionality constant both get cancels. Then WCU WI divided by WCU at full load. So this implies A must be equal to full load kVA square root of WI divided by WCU. WI divided by WCU square root of. So this is the load at which the efficiency is maximum. This WI divided by WCU, this is the factor. WI divided by WCU is the factor. What factor is that? Whether it is 0.25 of the full load, whether it is 0.6 of the full load, or whether it is 0.8 of the full load. If this comes 0.8, then what is A? 0.8 times the 20 kVA. Say for example, if the 20 kVA is the full rating of the transformer, then 80% of the loaded, if you load the transformer with 80% load, then 0.8 times 20 is how much? 0.8 times 20 is around 16, 18, around 17 to 18. 18, 10 is the 50%, okay, 75 is around 15, around 16%, 16 kVA. 16 kVA is the loading at which the efficiency is maximum. That's what it shows. A is the load at which efficiency is maximum, not part of the load. Load at which the efficiency is maximum. Load at which efficiency is maximum. What is the square root of WI divided by WCU? It is the factor. Factor by which at which the efficiency is maximum. This factor 0.25, 0.6, 0.8 like this. 0.8 times the rated, if full load kVA is 20 kVA, then 16 kVA is the load at which the efficiency is maximum. So this is one of the important formula that we usually used in solving the numerical problems. So last formula that is most important to solve the problems on to solve the numerical problems on efficiency, transformer efficiency is, I will tell, it's very simple. Again, I had to go with the fundamental definition. What is efficiency? Efficiency is equal to output divided by input, right? Output divided by input. What is output? What is output? Output is the rated kVA at which the transformer is loaded. Say for example 20 kVA is the rating of the transformer. If you are loading 50%, 0.5 times 20 kVA is the total load that you have applied. But it is apparent power. At what power factor it is running, that you have to multiply. If it is running at 0.8 power factor, this is the actual output of the transformer. Output of this transformer. The same thing I am writing here. If X is the factor at which the efficiency is, at which the transformer is loaded, the factor of the full load kVA at which the transformer is loaded into full load kVA, okay, rated kVA, full load kVA or rated kVA you can write, full load kVA into it is there in kilo. If it is mega, then you have to multiply this with 10 to the power of 6 to convert that into VA. It is there in K, so you have to multiply this by 10 to the power of 3. If nothing is given kVA, if they have given only VA, you need not to multiply this 10 to the power of 3. Okay, next into power factor divided by output. Again, what is output? Divided by input. Input is nothing but output plus losses. So I will write output first. Output what are the two types of losses? One is iron loss, which is a constant loss irrespective of the amount of load you have you are running the transformer. So but copper loss is directly proportional to the square of the load. So X square into WCU at full load. At full load means copper loss at full load into X square. This is the formula that we use to solve the problems, numerical problems on the efficiency of the transformer. So this is all about transformers as per the syllabus prescribed for you for basic electrical engineering. Okay, so at last I want to clarify one thing. What if the transformer is given with DC supply? I am mentioning transformer is a AC machine. I have to give AC supply only. What if I give DC to the transformer? So this is the transformer coil. So primary winding. If I have given DC circuit, VDC. If I give VDC to this, what will happen? So a DC current will flow through this. So a DC flux. DC flux means it is also a straight line. It will not vary with respect to time. So d phi by dt is what? 0. So hence the EMF induced is given by N into d phi by dt. D phi by dt is 0 means induced EMF is also 0. So E1 is also 0. So E2 is also 0. No EMF will induce at the secondary at all. If you give no transformer action takes place at all. No transformer action takes place at all. So no EMF will be induced. So and also I have already told you the BH curve goes like this. So if this is nothing but an electromagnet, right? If a coil is excited with a DC current, what will happen? With the certain magnetic strength, magnetic field strength depending upon the magnitude of the current, so the magnetic field density gradually increases. increases. If you increase the VDC, and it will reach to saturation point. Saturation point. If you don't switch off this VDC for certain time, it will go and reach to the saturation point. If it is not reached to saturation point, and if you switch off DC, it will retain some magnetic field in it, and after some time it will completely become to zero. It will come to zero. The same BH curve, that hysteresis curve you have learnt, it will come to zero after certain span of time. If you don't switch off it, then it will go, the B will goes higher, the magnetic field goes higher, and it will magnetize up to saturation. Still the DC supply is there, still the current will continuously pass through this, then it will reach us to a saturation level, and that magnetic core will saturate. Saturate means it cannot sustain further magnetization, so it will break, or it will